finished Ram Leela and found myself sitting at home for a bit, not doing anything, and decided to... Honestly, I think it was just a natural progression. I don't think I ever planned to sort of do this. I think being a model, you kind of get the opportunity to work with some of the most amazing talent, not just in the country, but from around the world.
My association with Van Heusen. So I think I've always believed that, and I've always said this, that a brand that I endorse has to be an extension of my personality. And I think a brand like Van Heusen, or any brand for that matter, will always look for the same thing in someone who's representing the brand. And I think that's exactly so. Why Van Heusen? Because I think it was an interesting idea. Fashion is something that is an extension of, sort of an extension of what I do. I started off as a model. I got the opportunity to work with some of the best talent designers in our country, not just in our country, but globally as well. And somewhere along the line, that kind of influences or has influenced my own style. So I think it was a natural progression. Somewhere along the line, after having done so many films and played so many different characters and having dressed for so many events, over the years I've developed my style. And I thought it would be nice. Every time I go into a store, I always looked at an outfit and said, oh, I wish it had a little bit of something, or I wish it had a little bit less of something. And you kind of imagine your own, a dress being a certain way. And I think that's how Limited Edition by DEEPIKA Padukone came into being. And, I think Van Heusen was also looking for someone who stood for the same values. And that's sort of how it came about. So it's a new venture for me. It's something that I'm trying for the first time, and something that I'm most importantly just having fun doing. Very, he's asking what kind of clothes they're going to be. It's going to be very, very wearable, very, very comfortable. And most importantly, I think when a girl wears limited edition, she has to feel like herself. I think very often we kind of get carried away by fashion and what is in style, and we lose our own identity and we lose our own personality. And limited edition is not about that. It's about making you feel special, feel beautiful, but at the same time feel like yourself, and you feel comfortable in the clothes that you wear. For me, that was very, very important. Fashion for me is what I believe in, what suits my personality, what I can carry off. Fashion for me personally is not what people in the fashion world are dictating to me, and that, oh, you should wear this and you should wear that. It's what I feel comfortable in, wear your personality. That's what I've always believed in. I've said this before also. So wear your personality. In my growing up years, I think my mother for me was my style icon. She still is. And she's someone who's really influenced my style a lot. So today when I talk about my personal style being classic, simple, elegant, I think it all comes from the way she used to dress. And I've never been someone who's accessorized too much, and that comes from her. She always wore just a simple watch or just some simple jewelry. She never accessorized too much. So I think as a little girl, when you're growing up, I think your mother's style is what rubs off on you the most. So, I mean, that's what happened with me at least. No, not at all. I've never been someone who's been conscious of the brand that I wear. For me, it's more important that I get to wear the kind of clothes that I like wearing. I've never been brand conscious. For me, colors, cut, comfort, style, that's more important.
Yeah, so season 1, we had set certain expectations. I think everything fell in place quite well. As DEEPIKA said, she added a lot of personality, exactly what the brand stood for. And whatever we had kept in mind, we almost did 50% extra than what we had perceived. And this season, we have got to a fantastic start. I think we should do much higher than those. So that's how it's gone.
I still have an Indian passport. There's a lot of complications, and I'm very much a proud Indian citizen. Yeah, sure. While I think that I'm definitely proud of being an Indian and proud of the country that I live in, I definitely feel, and I think this is a sentiment that most people are feeling right now, which is, we always expect, you vote for someone, and there's a lot of promises made. So I just hope that this time, in spite of the youth voting, and I think a large part of the voting will be done by the youth, I do feel and hope that all the promises that are made are lived up. There's too many issues There's too many things that need to be addressed, and I feel like I'm sounding like a politician right now, so I don't want to get into that space. But really, I think I was in fact doing an interview some time back, and I was asked, what do I feel about women empowerment? And I just said that it's sad that we are in a state today where we need to ask for women empowerment, you know. But hopefully something like that. I feel hopefully something to make the women of our country more secure and more liberated. Best dressed man for me is Akshay Kumar. I think it's purely his effortlessness that makes him look the way he does, and I think the fact that he's always been so athletic, I think that really adds to the way he carries off clothes. And from the women, I would say Rekha ji, because I think she's someone who's always dressed the way she wants to. Fashion trends have come, trends have gone, but she stands by something, she believes in something, and she has stood by that, and I appreciate that. I don't understand anything about business. There's all the business heads here who'll take care of that. For me, it's really all heart and something that I enjoy doing. It's exactly like my work, right? It's exactly like the films that I choose, the characters that I choose, even the brands that I endorse. Apart from it being an extension of who I am, I have to have fun doing those campaigns and have fun doing those ads. And same with this. Again, it's fun right now because it's something new. It's something that I haven't tried before. And as long as I'm having fun, I'm going to do it.
I've been doing on this because she mentioned it about what she's doing. She's loving it and the passion she brings onto the table. A lot of people have asked me that is DEEPIKA just the face for the brand, or is she the real designer? And that's why I wanted to add the amount of passion which DEEPIKA has showed, the amount of efforts which she has taken. So every single design which we finalize is screened by her, the inspiration behind it, every marketing campaign, all campaigns, creatives, etc. Even for this event, I think she has been one of the most integral part in design. So that shows she's virtually a part of our team in terms of creating and co-creating this line. I mean, that's her commitment to that, which we really appreciate.
I don't understand business, and I don't want to understand business. I think business and how things do, all of that is secondary. I think for me, the way I've been brought up, most importantly, is to enjoy everything that you do. So that is my focus. See, I'm not here to have an opinion on the way people dress. This is the way I dress. This is my style. This is my collection. And if you feel you identify with it, then come and wear limited edition. That's the way I look at it. That's fine. I think she's entitled to an opinion, and I respect her opinion. Let's see if two mega projects happen at the same time. Then I think sometimes it's difficult to accommodate both. So let's see. Once I'm confirmed for whatever films that I'm doing, I'll let you all know. It's not about preference. I think it's really about the film itself, the character, and what is exciting at that point. Ask these trick questions and then get me into trouble later unnecessarily. Yeah, but how do I think in what way? Like in terms of the films that are being written for female actresses, or in terms of... It's a very vague question. I think it's great. I think it's great that that the kind of films that are being written, they're very, very challenging. You know, I think gone are the days when women were just treated as like, you know, just a prop or whatever. I think it's interesting that the kind of films that are being made. I just said let me finalize the films that I'm doing, and then I'll let you all know. That you should ask Sanjay Leela Bansali. But yes, I do think that Ram Leela was a very, very special film for us as an on-screen couple, and I really hope that whatever film we do next does justice to that kind of on-screen chemistry. I lost you. I have no idea what you're saying. Yes, it's designed by me. It's limited edition by DEEPIKA Padukone for Van Heusen. No, right now we're just focusing on Western wear. I don't think we have any plans of venturing into Indian wear as of now. And as far as personally, I'm equally comfortable in both. I'm sure you've seen me at a lot of red carpet and events, and it's a mix of both, sometimes Indian, sometimes Western, like I said, as long as I'm comfortable in what I'm wearing.